Tonight the world is watching the Middle East as tensions between Iran and Israel reach one of the most dangerous moments in recent history. Reports indicate that Iran launched a massive barrage of missiles toward Israeli territory, raising fears of a wider regional war and placing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the center of a rapidly escalating crisis. Air raid sirens began echoing across Israeli cities as radar systems detected incoming missiles from Iran. Residents rushed into bomb shelters while Israeli defense systems prepared to intercept the incoming threats. Explosions were heard in several areas as missiles were intercepted in the sky, lighting up the night over cities like Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. According to early reports, Iran launched around 200 ballistic missiles in waves, marking one of the largest direct attacks on Israel in modern history. Many of these missiles were aimed at military installations and strategic targets across Israel, though some debris and impacts were reported near civilian areas. Wikipedia: Israel's advanced defense systems, including the famous Iron Dome and other interception technologies, worked throughout the night attempting to shoot down the incoming missiles before they could reach populated areas. Despite these defenses, several explosions were reported, and emergency services were deployed across multiple cities to assess damage and help civilians. The attack comes after months of rising tensions between Iran and Israel. The two countries have been engaged in a shadow war for years, involving cyber operations, proxy militias, and covert military strikes. But this latest missile barrage represents a dramatic escalation, bringing the conflict into direct confrontation. Iran claims the missile strikes were retaliation for earlier Israeli military operations targeting Iranian facilities and personnel. Israeli officials have previously acknowledged carrying out strikes on Iranian-linked targets across the region, particularly those connected to military and nuclear programs. As the missiles approached Israeli territory, the Israeli government quickly activated emergency protocols. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the nation, warning that Israel would respond forcefully to any attack threatening its security. Netanyahu stated that Israel is prepared both defensively and offensively and warned that any country attacking Israel would face serious consequences. His government has already signaled that military retaliation against Iranian targets could be imminent. Inside Israel, the situation quickly turned tense. Families rushed to shelters, flights were delayed or diverted, and emergency services remained on high alert. Schools and public gatherings were temporarily suspended in several regions as authorities monitored the situation. Military analysts say the scale of the attack is significant. Launching around 200 missiles requires a complex coordination and signals that Iran was prepared for a large-scale confrontation. However, Israel's defense network managed to intercept many of them before they reached their targets. Despite this, several people were reported injured, and some buildings suffered damage from missile fragments or direct hits. Emergency crews worked through the night clearing debris and assisting residents affected by the strikes. One of the biggest concerns now is what comes next. Israel has a long-standing doctrine of responding strongly to attacks against its territory. Netanyahu has repeatedly warned that Israel will not allow threats from Iran to go unanswered. This means the world could soon see Israeli military strikes targeting Iranian bases, missile launch sites, or infrastructure connected to Iran's military operations.